Welcome to BTN.com. Amina Smith alongside Tom Dienhart. Kent State at Penn State. They're going to visit the Nittany Lions. What are some of the big storylines kind of going into that game?
Well, this is a pivotal year for Penn State. James Franklin has said as much. He did back in July at Big Ten Media Days. He knows year 3 for him is huge in State College. He needs to make some progress. And, of course, a good start would help get off to a rousing 2016 for the Nittany Lions. Kent State's a beatable foe, but this is a Penn State team with a lot of new moving parts. We talked about coaching changes at other schools. This staff has really been overhauled too. New offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator as well, new offensive line coach. But also, the coordinators brought in a whole new offense too. They're going to run a spread at Penn State. It's going to look a lot different than what we're used to seeing in State College PA. So players are going to be spread out. The quarterback, Trace McSorley, is going to throw that ball all over the field. It's going to be fun to watch how this offense develops.
And so let's talk a little bit more about Trace McSorley. This is going to be his first game, his debut. You know, how big of a challenge is this going to be for him?
It's good. You know, he showed some flash in the bowl game. He came in when Hackenberg got hurt in the bowl game last year. Looked good, but this is a whole different dynamic being the starting quarterback. How is he going to handle it mentally and psychologically? I think he's got the skill set to run this offense. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he could get beat up and take some hits in this offense. The key for him is going to be getting protection, because anybody who's a Penn State fan knows that offensive line has really struggled to protect the quarterback in recent years.
And there's some improvements that can be made on both sides of the ball. Kind of what are some of the big things that they can improve on going into the season?
Yeah, again, I talked a little bit about that offensive line. It's been a real sore spot ever since Franklin has been there. The numbers were down, the depth was down. They finally have the scholarship numbers back up at that position. They're still relatively young up front, but they should be better. And also defensive line. They lost 3 NFL caliber players. Maybe the best defensive end, not named Joey Bosa. Carl Nassib is gone too. So I tell you what, Penn State's fate's really going to be determined by how that line on defense and how that line on offense develops, and how quickly Trace McSorley picks up this offense.
All right, well, if you guys want more Penn State videos, interviews, highlights, and more, just head to btn.com/Nittany Lions.